Before Danny Elfman became Hollywood's master of the macabre, the man behind the haunting melodies of Batman, Edward Scissorhands, and The Nightmare Before Christmas, he was leading one of the strangest, most exhilarating bands Los Angeles had ever seen. Long before his name rolled across movie credits, Elfman was the eccentric voice of Oingo Boingo, a cult favorite that blurred the lines between rock, theater, and surreal performance art. The story begins in the early 1970s when Danny's older brother, Richard Elfman, founded a bizarre performance troupe called the Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo. It was part cabaret, part circus, and part musical experiment, featuring kazoos, gongs, and even instruments from other continents. When Danny took over the group in 1979, he reimagined it as a high-energy new wave band simply called Oingo Boingo. What followed was a wild fusion of frenetic rhythms, witty lyrics, and theatrical chaos that made the band an underground sensation. Oingo Boingo became known for their intense live shows and their cult following in Southern California. Songs like Dead Man's Party and Weird Science showed Elfman's flair for dark humor and catchy complexity, the same DNA that would later define his film scores. His songwriting was cinematic long before he ever stepped into a film studio. In 1985, that cinematic instinct caught the attention of a young director named Tim Burton, who asked Elfman to score Pee-wee's Big Adventure. The partnership launched one of Hollywood's most iconic collaborations, producing soundtracks that redefined how fantasy and darkness could coexist in music. Danny Elfman's path from cult rocker to composer was no accident. It was an evolution of art itself. He didn't leave his eccentric roots behind. He turned them into symphonies.